Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. This is the EN West Network, and today we're going to do another review on this product right here, the Jabra Elite 3. And you can find this for fairly cheap in stores, normally $79.99. I'm probably going to say that again later in the video, but as always, we're going to put the drop in and we're going to hop right into this video. All right, got the little shaky cam right there. So first things first, what we're going to talk about with this particular headset is the price. Regular price is $79.99. Let me start over with that. I haven't found these any cheaper. After all, they have been out September 21 of this year. So these are fairly new headphones, only about roughly a month or so. Forget the exact date, but let's just, for video purposes, say these headphones are only a month old, so they're pretty new. They are missing key features such as ambient sound, noise cancellation, but for that $79.99 price tag, I'm not going to say you can't find headphones for that price that have ANC. You actually can, but when it comes to things like Jabra and certain higher end name brands, they tend to try to keep that category locked away at a higher price tag. So again, first things first, design and build quality. Well, that's a second thing, actually. All over the place, but that's okay. Let's keep this as authentic as possible. Now, this is the headset itself. Just so you know, it does come inside this little wrap right here, but I already took that out because I used these headsets for a little while, for about a week or so, and I just wanted to give you guys an accurate description of what comes in the box along with it. So right here is going to show that it does have app support. When you're syncing the headset, you don't leave them in a case. You actually take them out of the case, and that is how it actually finds it. Now, that's what I did immediately. I know some headphones do allow you to keep them inside the case. I'm not going to say that these don't, but I took them out immediately when I purchased them, tore off the little tips underneath these that stop it from touching the contacts and charging, so it won't kill the case. And my, because I'm signed into my Google account, I'm using an Android device, it instantly found them, synced them right away. Also, what comes inside the box, right here, what you're going to get is basically the earbud tips, the different sizes, the small and the large. Medium is already on the headset, and your standard USB-C cable. Now, granted, I have about 10,000 of these because of the fact that I buy so many headphones on a regular basis. So, you know, if you don't need them, you can always use your own personalized tips. Just make sure that they're compatible with the case once you put them on. So, design. Honestly, normally Jabra, in my opinion, makes hideous designed headphones in terms of like feel. In my opinion, like I had the Jabra 65Ts. I didn't like how they felt. The 75Ts felt great. The 85Ts were even better. Unfortunately, I wasn't doing reviews at that time, so I'll have to get those again and show you guys how they are. But with this particular headset, you can use it in mono mode also. So that basically means you use the left or the right side. We're going to look at the design. It actually feels pretty solid. Now, granted, when you flip this case open, it's not flimsy, so it won't just close on its own. The headset won't fall out if you do a little shake. Let me put my arms up so I won't shake the camera. This is how the headset actually looks in your ear. So with this, I guess you could say ergonomic, pull that closer, type design. It's a little cloudy on the video, but with this ergonomic type design, what happens is it actually goes pretty deep into your ear canal. I haven't had any discomfort. Normally, I noticed that since I started using Galaxy Bud 2s and certain headphones, when I go back to a headset that has a bigger body, it tends to give me ear aches, like, you know, when it sits for a long time. But after wearing these for about 4 hours, one sitting, which is excessive, I admit that. It is a little excessive, because I do have over-the-head headphones and things like that. I normally wear them when I'm actually doing my job. So whenever someone calls on the phone, I answer it, use my personal phone for that, and I use the earbuds, and I just test the quality of many different things, which we will get into different categories. So if you're just looking at the quality of it itself, like I said, it's USB-C. Well, just now saying that. These don't have wireless charging. So if you're expecting to put this on top of something wireless charging, unfortunately, it's not going to have it. Like I said, it doesn't have ANC, and it doesn't have ambient sound. So those are two huge features, in my opinion, that should be here. But again, when you're comparing these to something like the Pixel Buds or other headphones that don't have ANC necessarily, most name brand headphones that are high end are like 120, 130, 140, 150 have ANC. The only brand that you'll really find outside of Earfun is what is it called? Either JLab or what the other company, Anchor, that have ANC for roughly this price point. So these, like I said, anyway, these headphones feel good. I don't want to make this an ad of other headphones. We're talking about these today. They do feel really good. They look nice. They connect super easy when you drop them right in with the strong magnets. I like them. They're adorable. So far, they're adorable. They do scratch a little easily. So make sure you don't have this thrown into your pocketbook. If you're a woman, if you're a man, make sure you keep it in your pocket without keys inside. Hopefully you do that, or sharp change, because you will have a scratched up case. So that's pretty much it for the design and build quality section of the video. So for the second section, right here we have battery life. Granted, there are other headphones that have much better battery life than these. This is 7 hours. 7 hours with the headset itself. Let me just show you the headset again for just aesthetic reasons. 21 in the case, so it gives you a grand total of 28 hours total. Now, granted, your talk time might be a little bit less, and also the battery life varies depending on the percentage that you keep your how high your volume is on your headset. Me personally, from my experience of doing many different headphone reviews, 70% tends to be the average amount that the average sound where headphones last. When they say normally lasts 8 hours, 9 hours, depending on the headset, that's normally listening time, and that happens to come with the headset being between 70 to 80%. When it's at 90 to 100, that's a different story. It tends to take up more battery if you're using gaming. I did get about 6 to 6.5 hours on these, and I was playing Call of Duty on it and mixing it in with phone calls, so that varies. That does bring down your talk time and viewing time if you combine the calls along with viewing, like playing music, videos, Netflix, things like that, just streaming in general. So it is a decent battery life. It's nothing to really be surprised about. It's nothing to jump for joy. But again, 7 hours on the air isn't bad, and I believe these have fast charging. Other headphones have rapid, kind of the same thing, but some might be faster than others. You should get about, I believe, I think a 10-minute charge on this. Correct me if I'm wrong. 10 or 5 minute, one of the two, will give you about an hour battery life. So not bad, like I said. Simple, easy, battery life works well, should last you for the most part of workday. If you're taking them in and out of your ear, if you leave them in, you might have to pop them back in a case for a little bit just to charge back up. So that's it for pretty much battery life. All right, so this part of the video is actually for fit and comfort. So as you can see, if you look at these inside of my ear, let me zoom in a little bit, they do fit inside your ear canal comfortably. Normally when you have headphones of this size, it tends to, what's the word I'm looking for? Push open your ear right here. And over time, because it's being pushed in for the headset to fit, sometimes the bigger part of the headset sits outside of your ear, and it could cause major discomfort. With these, they actually feel really good. Unfortunately, they don't have ANC, which I can honestly say, if it did, this is the perfect fit for ANC for me at least, because it's not smashing into my skull like so many other headphones. The Galaxy Buds Pros were extremely uncomfortable. Great sound, but extremely uncomfortable. But these I can wear all day, which I have, and it felt great. Now, granted, if you have any type of scrapes in your ear, if you're scratching your ear, and you put earbuds and it mixed with sweat and things like that, just make sure you keep your hygiene up when you're doing that, because that will affect the sensibility of your eardrum. So that's about it. Feels good. Comfort feels great. I still have the original rubber tips on there. I have tried a bigger size, and it did fill up more of my ear. And what happens when it does that with the rubber tips? Let me just give you an example. The bigger the tip right here, when it fits inside your ear, the more noise it would actually block out when you're outside. Now, again, it doesn't have noise canceling, but typically when you have headphones this size, you twist it in, you get it in a sweet spot, it'll feel like you're talking extremely loud, which means that that's the way it's supposed to fit. And when you play music, it will block out a lot of sound. So granted, ANC is a feature that these should have. It doesn't have it. That's okay. Again, $79. We look at the name brand Jabra. This is what they do. This is just like a little budget so they can get back into the market and sell more headphones. So that's pretty much it for fit and comfort. All right, so this section right here is going to kind of be a double section where we're going to do microphone test, which is I'm actually recording with the Jabras right now on my ear. Now in that last video, that was the sound from the Samsung phone when I was doing the recording. This particular one is the Jabras activated in my ear right now. Now what I will say, I'll just play around and fit the case. It will look like I'm not doing anything. What I will say is that when I tested these microphones outside, they did sound pretty good. Granted, they didn't sound better than anything like AirPods. They did not sound better than anything like the Samsung Buds and Liberty Ear 2 Pros. They didn't sound better than these in terms of call quality. But what I will say is, remember, this is not those headsets. Those are headsets that are $129 and up. So I don't expect them to sound that good. But if you're the type of person where you're just looking for something that still has good quality, you could use the left ear by itself, you use the right ear by itself, or you could use it together. Then this, I didn't even see this little part right here, little plastic, I gotta tear that out. But anyway, they sound great in terms of quality. Now, granted, if you're outside and it's wind blowing or it's cars going past, it doesn't do a great job of isolating noise at all. I know some headphones do that where the volume of the person will go up, like Galaxy Buds Pros do that, and it will actually lower the volume behind you by compensating. These don't have a feature that do that, so, you know, it is what it is. These are, again, $80 headphones for Jabra. Probably their cheapest thing they've ever come out with and probably ever will. So moving forward, music sound. I'll be honest with you. What I didn't notice about these headphones was it's not a hissing sound, but it's like a static, like a light static sound that you hear when the headphones are just in, especially when they're playing music. Now, granted, when I put the headphones in my head, in the ear, where it sounds like I'm talking louder than what I'm speaking. I feel like I'm talking really loud right now. I might be. I didn't hear the hissing. But sometimes when the earbud isn't properly fit in the ear, I notice it more. When I play music, I haven't had any distortion or any crack ups. I can play it at a louder resolution. It still sounds good. But again, it's mid-tier at best. And when I mean my mid-tier is when I do reviews like the, what is it called? The Anchor Liberty, I think called with P2 Mini. The sound is similar to that. Now, granted, the Jabra is slightly better in certain areas. It handles sound better when the volume is turned up higher, put it that way. But that $40 or $50 headset actually is comparable to this one. Again, the reason this particular headset is $79 is primarily because it's the name brand that you're paying for. Once upon a time, Jabra was a big thing. I don't think they are now personally, but again, I don't know their sales. I don't know how much market share they have in the place. I don't know how well they're doing, but they are doing a much better job at, making headphones that are more comfortable, that look more stylish, that are just better and are current and up to date. Normally their headphones are big, bulky, ugly earbuds. So, salute to them for making something that looks like this, but music sounds good. Call quality sounds okay. That's not too bad. So I guess the last section is basically talk about what I do and don't like about it. And we will get to that in a moment. Now, lastly, for this part of the video, I purposely skipped the Jabra app. It is an application that does allow you to change the sounds. Like, it has preset sound profiles. There's nothing really customizable in these. The button presses, the touch button that you see here, the button presses, it's not really customizable. For the price of $80, I'm going to be completely honest with you. This to me seems like a $69 headset. Should have been $20 cheaper. I don't agree with these being $80. I think that Jabra is trying to run with their name to charge to sell them for more money. You can definitely get another headset that's similar to this, if not as better, for roughly $50. What I mean by that is It's not many brands that's going to give you that type of quality. I would say something like the Anchor P2 or the P3s, which are a little bit more expensive. I think they're 69 or 70. But the point is that there are other earphones or headphones that can match these in terms of sound quality and basically build quality. That now, granted, that doesn't say that these headphones are bad. Now, I will say that there are some reviewers that have said that they use this. Well, one particular reviewer, I forgot the gentleman's name, but he apparently used these, and within a week, one of the earbuds died. So I don't know how well these are going to last. It did last me personally more than a week. Haven't dropped them. I haven't done anything like that. But it really depends on the person, how you treat them. On the other hand, sometimes defective products come. Like I've had a pair of defective Anchor headphones, the A1s, had to get another pair, and because the other ones were draining the case on its own. Like the headphones were literally draining the case, and sometimes it wouldn't disconnect. So sometimes you come across a product that might have defects, but in this particular one, I haven't had any issues with the headset whatsoever. Presentation is super nice. If they would have been nice if they took less time with the box and put more features in it, but this is a nice looking box. Overall, I will probably give this about a 6 out of 10. Now, 5 being average. I will say that the music quality is a little bit above average, of course. The call quality is average or so. The build, when we look at the USB-C, the fast charging, other things, the design itself, how it looks, how sleek it is, how it feels in your pocket, the smoothness, the fact that it's not slippery in your hand, that adds to the total package of this headset. Would I suggest you buying these? Again, there are better headsets out there that you can get. But the one thing that you have to understand is that as a reviewer that tries different products, I'm not a professional. So something that works for me may not work for you, or something that doesn't work for me may actually work for you. So what I always suggest is buying this product if you're interested, going to a store like Best Buy, going to a store like Micro Center, places where you can use cash, purchase it. And if it doesn't fit, if you have an issue, if you don't like it, you can just return it. Simple, let them know, was it for you? They'll return it, they'll give you your money back, and then you can move forward. The problem with ordering things like this online is primarily that you don't know when it's coming sometimes, depending on Amazon. Then you have to go about returning it through the label and getting a printout or taking it to the UPS or however it was sent and just going through a whole lot of nonsense. And that could be a huge issue, especially if you're just looking for something to personally use. But again, if we're talking about price-wise, like the Pixel Buds, which are Pixel Buds A, which are $99. If we're talking about the, I forget what they're called, but like the Anchor P3s, which are like $69, I forget how much that is, or there are some Anchor Buds that are like $99 that have ANC, some don't. If you're looking at certain categories of buds there, then yes, these are worth $79. But if you're looking for a deal, if you're looking to try to find something that's a little bit more affordable, because $79 for a headset, you're looking at 80 something after taxes. That is close to $100. I put that closer, rounded off to $100 range. If you're looking for something cheaper than this, around $20, $30, and that's okay, people are on a budget, then I would suggest that JLab AirGo Pops. Those are the headphones that I've actually been using for the last week or so. I love those headphones. I've been using them every single day. Even on the subway, I like the way they feel. They feel great. They're small. They last for like 8-hour battery life. They're awesome headphones, and they do the job. Granted, the sound audio isn't better than these, but it's still $20, and it packs a lot for $20. And if they would have brought them up to $40, $50, $60, they would have put ANC in it. That's what that company does. But again, you're dealing with Jabra. They're still trying to run on their name as if it's super credible, like it used to be with their little over-the-ear headsets, the single ones back in the day. Show my age right now. Sure, get them. If you're used to the company and you like Jabras, you shouldn't have a problem. If you don't care for ambient sound or ANC, you're perfectly fine. If you're comparing these to the Pixel Buds or to AirPods or anything else, granted, AirPods are going to have better sound and better call quality. The problem with AirPods is that, I'm doing a run-on sentence, is that they don't have rubber tips, so you don't always get to hear that sound and they kind of move in your ear. These are still good for the price because they're still cheaper than AirPods, which I believe AirPod 2s, which I dropped to $129 because of the new AirPod 3s that recently came out. So yeah, they're not bad. If you can find it for cheaper, I would suggest waiting for them to try drop to like $59. That might happen for Black Friday. They might even have a sale on the website. Now you can get the Jabra 75Ts that I believe it's the Elite 75Ts, I forget what they're called, but they have ANC themselves. The only issue with those is you can't use them in mono mode. You only can use the right ear, and then the left ear has to be used as a pair. But that's not an issue for you. Those do have ANC, and they're also on sale at Best Buy for $79. So download the app, definitely take a look, and let me know how you guys feel about the headset. So that is the video. Like I always say, stay safe, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Help me build my channel, please. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later and see you in the next one.